Alright, greetings from Pennsylvania once again. And we got this guy with us again. This is another one. This is the next in our series of searching for history. We're in Annville, Pennsylvania. I think the last time we did was Lebanon, kind of next door. But I got different reasons for wanting to be here. My sister's antique shop is here in town, and the next channel sticker I'm going to stick at her shop. I left it in a Jeep, but I'm gonna leave it there in her shop. We'll stop in later in this video at her antique shop, Butcher Block Antiques. It's right on Main Street, but we'll get there eventually. We're currently in the Quiddy Creek Nature Park. There's one thing we want to show you in here, and we're gonna do like we always do in these videos and just kind of wander around Annville. There's quite a bit here to see, and I'll have to admit, John did most of the research for this video.
They actually have, it's a really cool, like it's a whole district that's normally you have like the historic National Registry. It would be like a house or something, just like an individual thing. This is an actual whole main street.
Yeah, the whole
town.
street is like a historic
impressive.
district.
Like there's not a whole lot on a lot of these places, but what you can find is actually really, really impressive.
What's the
they have it's called the Friends of Old Annville. It's an organization. It's like a historical organization, but they also support this place.
This park here.
They got this started, I think it was in '79. It was something like right in that time period.
Yeah, so they're the main.
And they preserved like what we're going to be showing you here is actually
things,
they partly preserved, because there's a lot of these places, a lot of them get torn down, because I guess what got it all started, the historic district, is there was a house. It was an old stone house from.
Wasn't it like, pre-Civil War or something like
that? It was like 1780.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was old,
okay.
and it was I think it was 13 Main Street, and they tore it down.
Yeah.
And one lady was like, "This is ridiculous," because there's so much history, and they didn't even preserve any of it. They just
got rid of it.
Just got rid of it. So at that point, when her efforts, which we'll get her name and stuff, but people that do that type of stuff to me are heroes of history, because this is the type of stuff you preserve these things, because it just gets forgotten.
So a lot of the places we're going today, I was filming other stuff this morning, and John did some research. John did most of the research for this, so when we get to some of these different places today, he'll probably do a little bit more of the talking about some of these places, so I guess we'll let him do that.
Because you guys like me so much.
Oh, I don't know if they do that. Well,
he's a little jealous.
Let's get him out of the frame here. So I'm gonna quit yapping, and John's gonna quit yapping for now, and then I want to show you the old lime kilns that are up here on the hill first, and then we'll go to some other places. So we will get this video going. Yeah, so here is the Quiddy Park. This is coming down from town. I think it's called Bachman Road, and right down there is the Quiddy, or the Quidda. It's short for the Quittapahilla Creek, I think, if I said it correctly.
It's a really pretty creek.
Yeah, and there's a lot here at the park. I made a video here years ago where there's some trails, but
and there's a bridge too.
Yeah, there is a bridge down there. Yeah, but up on the hills where the old lime kilns are. So we're gonna head up there first. John's gonna stay down here for this one, because he's got to stay to flat because of his surgery. So we're gonna head up. I'll head up there first. Yeah, so right up this hill. And you can see some of the old stonework right up front. Looks a little bit different than last time I was here. And there are the openings. The top of the openings. There's a whole series of them up here. And John is coming up. So
makes me feel good that I can do this.
Yeah.
Probably not the best thing, but
yeah, and here's another one. So these are the tops of the lime kilns. I've showed you lime kilns in the past. I'll try to post a picture of what a whole lime kiln does look like here. Yeah, so there's the top, and there would have been a front to these. You can kind of see the remnants of it. A lot of this is probably fill that was dumped here over the years, but they would have loaded them from the top. Of course, lime kilns were used to make lime. They burned limestone. The top is where they loaded.
That was for like building materials, right?
Yeah, or what they would put out in the fields.
Okay.
That white powder.
The white powder, yeah.
And then down below would be an opening, like a triangular opening, which you'll see on that picture I'll show you, but I think that all got. Maybe if they removed all this, it'd still be there, but I don't know. But there's one, there's a John, there's a whole row of them over here. So there you can kind of see the front of that one. And I know years ago these were just filled with trash and garbage, but volunteers cleared them out. And if you're into history, they're pretty cool to see up here. And I think there's one more over here. But they could be cleared up further, but then they pose a risk to people coming by too. So
that one's probably about maybe 4 feet.
Yeah, about 4. And it, like I said, is right above the parking lot there. So we're gonna leave the park here. There is more to see here at this park. There's hiking trails and all along the creek. It is a beautiful spot, but there's a lot here to see in Annville. So talk to John, and we're gonna go to the old railroad station next. Hit that place up, and it will probably this will be kind of like Jim Thorpe. If you remember that video, we're gonna walk up and down the streets because
pretty cool. A lot of old buildings.
Yeah, because like John said, the main street is the historic district, so there'll be a lot to see. Some of the old buildings, and my sister's antique shop is out there too. So I think John said we're gonna visit an old cemetery too. All right, we're gonna get down to Naomi and keep going. Maybe I should film John as he's walking down here. There he is. I mean, he's being careful, but it is good to see him. As many of you know, he had major surgery on his one foot, had toes removed, and almost died actually. So, but he is out and about, thankfully. Keeping an eye on him though. All right, so quick change of plans. We're gonna go to my sister's antique shop first, because she's only open till 5. We just spent like 20 minutes talking to someone for a little bit there in the parking lot.
His name was, if I remember, is Greg.
Yeah, one of the viewers.
He's an avid hiker. He was saying he does like 30 miles a week.
Yeah.
Which is impressive.
So we're gonna go to my sister's shop first, and
That's pretty.
then wherever John takes us. All right, so we're headed down Main Street. Well, there goes the church bells. So my sister's shop is past 934 on the west side of town. It's called Butcher Block Antiques, but outside it just says Antiques on a sign. So, and she does have a Facebook page too, if you want to check her out. Well, check her shop out. So, yeah. So up, of course, you can see all the cool stone houses. But up this way is her shop. I always forget exactly where it is, though.
Right.
Oh yeah, right here it says Antiques.
That really tall building.
Yeah. So we just gotta find a place to park.
Probably one right there.
Yeah, it says Antiques right there. That's her place. We could probably pull in right. No, it says no parking.
Friday.
Oh, Friday.
Park right there, just not in the handicap spot.
Yeah, so just down here is her shop, and I think I've told you about her shop in the past before, but we've never been here before. And I do got channel sticker number 10. We'll be here at her shop. So just stop in, ask her for it. You might want to stop in early though. These usually disappear pretty fast. So here it is. Antiques. Well, let's just walk around a little bit first.
They just fill every nook and cranny.
So as you can see, there's tons
Well, enjoy yourself.
Tons of stuff in here.
Have a great day. Thanks, you too. Hey, John.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's definitely a lot better.
I don't know what happened, but I know something.
They don't
Yes.
have any kind of structure.
Okay.
So I get in a couple weeks. I get
So loaded with stuff in here.
So I had to take it slow, but considering what could have been, they said if I had it was on the 30th.
We're talking about his toes over there.
31st.
Surgery.
So
So here she is. This is my sister.
What am I doing here?
That's what they're coming for.
Oh, this is what they're looking for.
Yeah, people are gonna come looking for that.
Okay.
Well, maybe. So we'll see what happens.
Come see me.
She has it. So. All right, so that is her shop. You can go check it out. Maybe even buy something from her. Help her out a little bit there. But that's where the sticker is. So, all right, so we're gonna just walk down Main Street a little bit. But already we see the old buildings with the plaque. So we're gonna show you a lot of the old buildings. John has some that he's looking for, but Let me turn you around for a moment here. Yeah, so right there is our shop, and even right here is one of these old buildings. Almost looks like it was an old fire station there. There you see the old Friends of Old Annville historic building. Moving across the way there you can see some beautiful old stone homes over there. Busy street though. Yeah, across the street there is one of the oldest churches in town. St. Anthony's Coptic Orthodox Church. 1861, John said.
There's been, I think, two other
churches it was before then.
The first one, it was, I forget what the name of it was, another saint, but it was either like Presbyterian or Methodist, and then it was a Catholic church, I think, at some point. So.
Yeah, here's another. Check out this old house. That's pretty cool.
I sort of wonder if this is the Mary Gas one.
Cause that looks like it still has the old shutters on and stuff.
Because there's one, it's called the Mary Gas House, which was 1753 when it was built.
This looks old. They should have a plaque on it though, but I don't see one. Man, that's a neat looking old house.
I think the ones that have the Friends of Old Annville are the ones that have a program that helps with the facade and stuff.
Yeah.
So
this is
houses
definitely
that have gotten a grant from them are the ones that have the plaques on.
It's definitely an old one though.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is.
Yeah, so a lot of really old homes in town. And a lot of traffic too. Yeah, here's just another beautiful old home. Got a business in there now though. Yeah, back across the street is that really old house. It's just not labeled. But John, what you said it might be what else it could be?
There's a few of these different ones here. There's one that's called the Abraham Her Manor. I don't know if that's it or not.
It's just a label on the house.
Along this route somewhere, it's just they're not labeled. And we're getting a book. It's his name's Paul Fulmer. He was the chaplain at Lebanon Valley College, but he's a local historian. And he did, they're called Images of America or Postcards of America. It's a book series of small towns that has the pictures, like say from 1860s and 19-teens. You'll have the 1940s, 80s, and it sort of takes you through time, like a pictorial history of the buildings and what they are. And until we have something like that, we're really not going to necessarily know what's what, because there isn't really a whole lot of information.
All right, so we're almost back at Naomi, and we're going to head to an old mill. What'd you say, 1740?
Yeah,
1740.
There's a whole slew of buildings. And in 2018, it was still active, so it was actually the longest operating mill in the United States, because it was opened in 1740.
Yeah.
It was actually, the town was founded by an Andrew Miller. It was originally called Millerstown, and then they changed the name to Annville. They named it after, I guess, his wife,
the other guy.
and then Adam Ulrich was another one of the founders, and his wife's name was Ann as well. And this mill down here was founded by Andrew Miller. And then there was another one that was done by a Dave Kreider, who wasn't one of the founders of the town, but his family wound up being the most predominant family ultimately in the town, because they ran a number of the factories, shoe factories and whatnot.
So we're gonna go check out that mill. We could get pretty close to it, I think. And then there's a cemetery down there that John said looks pretty old, so we'll get a cemetery in here as well. Get off this busy street too. Yeah, so we ended up, just to continue walking a little bit more, you'll see that ugly purple house over there. If we zoom in a little bit, you can see back in the side where I'm zooming in, it's actually an old log. It's actually an old log home. Back in there. Yeah, John was saying they painted it purple on purpose because the township was getting after them to fix the place up.
Yeah, it got so bad.
Yeah.
And they decided, well, we're going to paint it the ugliest color that we can.
Yeah. It was obviously a cool historic building with all the logs back in that crack there, but man, I'd buy it. We'll see more of that home when we walk back up that side of the street. You can see more log sections. It's kind of a shame, but
it's
pretty cool.
A number of them are like a number 18th and 19th century log homes.
Yeah, and then they do that nonsense to it. People. So we made it to the other side of the street.
Almost died.
Yeah, made some people angry, but here, check out this. This reminds me of the one we did, the house we showed in Lebanon on Chestnut Street. Beautiful log home.
Like a lot of the homes here where they're covered up.
Yeah.
Right before they restored it, and a lady wound up doing all of it and got it restored. It was all like that basically across the front. They uncovered the.
Yeah, these logs have been around for a while. Yeah, we're making our way back up, and here's that purple house again. So back here you can see the logs a lot better. Oh wow, you can actually see inside the house. There's people in there though. But yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Maybe they are doing something with it because it said
Oh, it says
historical architecture review board.
So they're reviewing. Because I saw some people in there. It's condemned. That's a shame. So yeah, we could go in. They said
$5. Yeah.
all at $5.
What's your step? You're fine.
There's a concession stand at the back.
Concession stand.
Yeah.
So you are restoring it then?
Thank you.
Wow.
Wow. I love that old smell.
Look at.
That is me.
They've got the second photo from the lawsuit.
Yeah. Are you gonna read my rights?
This is really cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
So they just said it's about what 201 years old.
201. Yeah.
This is the owner, proud owner. So yeah, they're trying to, have as much of it show as possible, but a lot of it they do have to cover up, just the way it is. But yeah. Like we said, that wall was rotting out over there.
That wall was rotten out, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, because we were just walking down the street looking at it. And I saw people in the window over here, so I was like, whoops. But yeah. All right, thank you.
Cool, guys.
Thanks so much.
All right, so that was cool and unexpected, but that is the new owner in there. He bought it several years ago, and he's got some help fixing it up, so that's pretty cool. We were just talking, me and John wouldn't mind buying a place like that, but they're fixing it up, so that's cool. They'll probably take that purple paint off too. So yeah, I just kind of, when I was filming, I kind of looked in that window a little bit, and I saw people in there, and then I guess they noticed, and we got a little bit of a tour. So that's what's kind of fun about these videos sometimes. You never know what's gonna happen. All right, so we are away from the busy streets, and now we're down at the old mill at 1740.
1740.
And it is still, looks like it's still in operation. It is private property, so we're not gonna walk down. I'm just gonna film it from up here a little bit, but we do want to show it to you. But I want to be respectful to the place.
It's the oldest operating mill
in this area.
It is still operating. Like in 2018 when they had the video, it was the oldest operating mill in the United States.
Oh, in the United States, so
yeah.
a little bit different than just in the area. Yeah. So I'll turn you around a little bit and show you, but we're not gonna stay here too long. So yeah, so down there is the old mill. I can zoom in for you. So 1740. So that's pretty cool.
This was built by Andrew Miller, who was one of the original founder of the town. It was named after him.
Before it changed to Annville.
And then they named it after his wife.
So that's pretty cool. Piece of history down there. So like I say, we're not gonna stick around. It is private property. A little barn over there. All right, we did want to show this to you though. All right, so just down that way was the old mill we were just at, and this is the cemetery that John found. And there is newer stuff in the back, but up here is the older stuff. And man, some are pretty beat up, but you can tell it's old when you have the Revolutionary War markers There's one right there. So this is an oldie. So we're gonna walk around a little bit. I don't really know much about it, but it's always fun just to check out these old cemeteries here. Yeah, a few other things we're gonna check out here in town. And you gotta remember too, when we make these videos, these are just little kind of overviews of what you can find in town. We don't always know what we're gonna find. Like we were invited into that one house, wasn't expecting that. These are just little journeys and adventures for me and John, just to go exploring. They're not meant to be like comprehensive, you know, history video of everything here in Annville, but just kind of little adventures that we go on. So just keep that in mind. I know some people get upset at me, like, oh, you know, you should be more historical. Well, we're just going on a little adventure. That's what these videos are about. So let's check out some of these old tombstones here. Find some more history. So here is the Revolutionary War marker. These don't have flags on them. A lot of times the vets have flags along with the little marker, but I don't see any flags. I don't see any flags in this cemetery, actually. It's kind of odd. But they have the typical old German style. They're written in German. Oh, John just found a snake. Let's go up there and check it out. We're gonna go from history to nature. Oh yeah, somebody could read. Louisiana, we'll get back to that one. Probably a garter. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's getting away from us. Hey, buddy. Out enjoying the warm sun. He's the keeper of the graveyard. Just a little garter snake. He's harmless. All right.
Until he bites Cliff.
Yeah. All right. So our snake buddy was up that way, but here's back at that Louisiana. I think it's the first time I ever saw that named after a person, other than a state. Wife of, can't quite make that name out, but 1816 to 1876, Louisiana. Yeah, a lot of these are busted up, broken. It's always a shame. But John's waving me down up there. I think he found something. Looks like some older ones over there.
One of the owners of one of those really important houses.
Oh, one of the...
Abraham Herr.
Oh, so the...
So he's the one of those houses is the Abraham Herr Manor.
One of the old houses we saw.
Yeah, and that's him. Born 1829, died 1885.
Abraham Herr.
That's pretty neat.
Got his wife there. What's that plaque for?
Soldiers and Sailors, USA. I don't know what.
Okay, so maybe he was
different.
in some kind of military aspect.
Now here's another one. Abraham Herr is born 1794.
So that might be the dad then?
That's probably the dad. This is probably like the Herr.
For graveyard site.
Yeah, because it looks like that's all Herr. Because it has like the stone around the outside. So this is probably their plot for the family. Because they said that Adam Ulrich, the third Adam Ulrich,
oh yeah, here.
The original founder is somewhere in here as well.
This looks like an important person up here. Ebersole. I knew some Ebersoles in high school. Well, no, junior high, I think it was. Interesting. Yes, this cemetery needs a little bit of TLC. I see quite a few busted up grave markers, tombstones. But that is bound to happen. So there are older cemeteries than this one in the general area, but this might be the oldest one here in town, at least this end of it. All right, not sure where we're going next. There's a few other places we want to visit. We might drive around on some of the back streets of town. I know, like I said, Main Street there is a historical district. It's just pretty noisy on Main Street, but I know the other one, back street that parallels Main Street, is also a historical area, so we might take a drive down that street with you. See if there's any cool buildings down there. Beautiful day though. Yeah, so here's the other mill in town that John was talking about. But it's also private property, so we're not going to spend a lot of time here. Just wanted to show it to you.
This was built by David Kreider. He was back at the founding of the town. There was 2 mills, one by the Andrew Miller.
The first one we saw.
The first one we saw, and this is the other one. And then Adam Ulrich was one of the other founders. I don't think David Kreider is considered a founder, but he was a predominant member. And anyways, he had this one, David Kreider had this one. He also had another one on Clear Springs Road, which I don't think no longer exists.
Yeah.
But his family then went on to like have several factories, and they had several really beautiful homes in the area that are along Main Street. And then one is a retirement home. It's called the Hill Farm Estate, because Aaron Kreider eventually became a U.S. representative for 10 years, from I think 1913 to 1923.
Sheesh.
So they're pretty predominant individuals.
All right, so we are continuing on. Got a cool old church back there. Yeah, all these places are private property, so try to respect them. But it means you can't really get up too close sometimes we're filming. But you can understand why places are posted, because stuff goes on. All right, we are looking. Well, John's what, like I said, did a lot of research for this video, but we're gonna be looking for something called the Baver House. It's another one of these older historic homes, which is just down the way here somewhere. He's checking out some memorial up here.
Apparently there was a cemetery here at one point.
In memory of all those here interred.
Site of Jerusalem Cemetery.
Huh. I wonder where they got moved to. And there's a lot of the war memorials down there. Civil War and Revolutionary War markers. That middle one's Revolutionary War. And these are Civil War ones. So yes, not sure what happened to the cemetery. But they'll look that up. Yeah, there's another view of that church. Yes, over there's the house that John wanted to find. The Baver House. See if we can get across here. I'm going for it. Looks like this one does have a plaque. Yeah. National Register of Historic Places. Beautiful old stone home. John said 1814 for this house. And there's another view of it from over here. Beautiful old home. They got some kind of party going on up there. So there's another beautiful old church back here. This is the Annville United Methodist Church. This is the back side of it, but this place is massive. So I do want to try and show you the front. But see, this thing is it's just huge. It goes all the way out there. So I'm gonna try and walk out front, see if we can get a cool shot for you. Beautiful, beautiful building. Yeah, it just keeps going and going. Now here's Main Street. And motorcycles. Yeah, and here's the front. Check this place out, man. Beautiful old church. We do have a date stone down there. 1911. Alright, so I think our next destination is the old train station. I'm pretty sure it's moved, John said, but it's also the headquarters to the Historic Society here, Friends of Old Annville. And I should say too, this is the home of Lebanon Valley College. That's where the campus is located. There's an old movie theater down there called the Allen. I've been there before, see some movies like Star Wars. Well, not the old Star Wars, but some of the newer ones. All right, well, we're gonna keep going for a little bit more. I'm not, like I said, the train station, maybe a few other things we'll come and visit yet. Well, not come and visit, go and visit. So this is the old train station. This is not its original location. Not really sure where it originally was, but they did place it down near some railroad tracks down there. Guess to give it more of that authentic locational feel. But yeah, must have took quite a bit to move that here. This is on Moyer Street. Yeah, back there you can see the railroad. Just coming around the backside, they have a little bit of something back here.
Typewriter, old phone.
Oh, inside there. Oh, you get, oh yeah, they got some few artifacts in here. Well, it's like the old telegraph things. They would tap, 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 or what do you call it? More? No, whatever.
Morse code.
Yeah. Old typewriter. Old pot-bellied stove. Oh, there's some pictures of the old station back there on the wall there. Annville train station. Some older pictures. Yeah, beautiful countryside. Yeah, and John just reminded me that this is where we mentioned the Friends of Old Annville, that historical society. They're located in this building, the old train station building. That's a cardinal. You hear that bird back there? That's a cardinal. Beautiful sound. All right, a little bit more nature.
Along here, as we come into Annville, are some of the homes that some of the rich, the people that owned the factories and whatnot, built their homes. Like this one here is the Aaron Kreider homes.
So these are where the rich folk live.
These are where the rich people that did very well with in the town built their homes. I think along here too somewhere is the original home of Lebanon Valley College. It was just a three-story house. It was a pretty impressive structure. And somewhere along here too, I believe, is the Kendig House, which I'm not really sure what that is, but that's the name. It's a pretty like arts and crafts style home. But a few of these are very historical as well.
And the Allen Theater is down here too, isn't it?
That's up here on the left is the Allen Theater, which it was built in the early 1900s. It started out as the Hippodrome, and then in 1929 it changed ownership, and it was then called the Astor Theater.
Yeah, right there on the right, the left there, yeah. Allen.
And now I think for that it was that until the early 70s. Then it became the Allen Theater, and I think that was 1980. I think it was 1989 when he bought it. And this building over here to the left, I believe, was owned by a John Kellinger, who was a lawyer. It was called, I think, Kettering's Bicycle Shop for back when I was a kid in the 80s and 90s.
Now it's a Sotara coffee shop.
Yeah. So it's just a shame. Like, I'm hoping once we get, I got a book, Images of America, that I'll be able to know exactly. There's his sister's antique shop again. We'll be able to know exactly where some of these more important houses were. You know, like some of them were an inn, one was a livery, bunch of cool different places. And if we're coming up here, if we keep on going up, we'll get to, it's called the Millard Mansion, and I'm trying to think what the coach house, that's what they called them for like their cars back in like the teens. It's Pennsy Supply owns the quarry there now, but there was a quarry here up on the left, and that was actually owned by Andrew Miller. It was the first quarry that got opened. A lot of the houses were built from that stone when Annville was first founded. And then this other quarry, which I sort of wonder if the Millards, there's a little town past Myerstown called Millardsville, and I wonder if there's a quarry there, if that's another quarry. That town was named after him. But anyways, this coach house and the mansion were actually the mansion for these individuals that came in and bought this quarry. I think they bought it in like the 1880s, and they had it till like the 1950s, and then somebody then bought it, whether it was Pennsy or somebody before Pennsy Supply.
It's right up. It's right up here.
It's right up here. It's a really beautiful mansion.
We'll stop. Well, I'll each point Naomi towards it so we can see it.
And I guess this other place in the back would then be known as, I guess, the coach house is what they called it.
Yeah, off to the right there, you can kind of see it.
But they were pretty predominant figures in the community for about 70 to 80 years.
Yeah, so these are some of the buildings John was just talking about.
This would have been the coach house.
The one there, and then up here is that's a cool looking building there.
And that was the Millard Mansion. There's some kind of plaque back there.
I'm gonna just swing us around so we can get a view of the front. Oh, we can drive right up to the, there you go, folks.
And it's actually the father bought all this for his son to get his son started in the quarry business, because the father already had been in the quarry business for quite a while.
Well, that'll be it for this video. I'm just kind of up by this little barn here outside of town. But anyway, thanks for coming along with us again. Just a little bit of journey, driving through Annville, checking things out. It's always fun. You never know what you're gonna find. Of course, we got to go into that one old house. That was kind of a surprise. But anyway, it's getting late. I gotta get home. Well, I don't have to get home, but I got things I gotta do. Edit some more videos and just relax. It's nice. Anyway, thanks for coming along. Hey, if there's a town here in Pennsylvania you'd like us to do a video on, you can give us a suggestion below. But thanks for coming along, and we'll see you on the next one.